This is Far-Changing Tides, a sister game of sorts to the previously covered Far Lone Sails, and it's about facing adversity. Everyone is long gone, the consequences of whatever ecological disaster that has struck reduced to its echoes and aftershocks. You're going somewhere. The game is even more coy about it than its predecessor, and at every step of the way there is an obstacle. A huge rusting hulk of a door, presumably some kind of attempt to act as a flood barrier. Or perhaps a grain silo. Yes, this is a grain silo, that's how high the sea levels have risen. When you're not navigating the ruins of those who came before, you're battling Mother Nature herself. Towering tidal waves and raging storms, apathetic to your plight. None of this is happening to spite you, it just is. Peppered throughout the world are people's attempts to survive, to live. Like with Lone Sails, you see some stalwartly attempts from humanity to keep going, to weather the storm, but well, look how it ended up. This feeling has been explored before, of course, not just in video games, but the website that you're currently on. One of my favourite videos from last year is by fellow creator Kat from Pixel a Day about the apathy of nature, specifically in Outer Wilds and Rain World. How both of these games are rudderless in their level of control that they give to the player, and how that creates a unique kind of experience. And I'd like to add Far-Changing Tides to the pantheon as well. It's not about overcoming its world, it's about negotiating with it. In theory, there's nothing that would stop me from just jumping off the boat. It's obviously a horrible idea, but I feel like nothing would save me if I were to do so. In a similar way, what happens when my boat runs out of fuel? If there wasn't enough scrap in the vicinity for me to scavenge, would I be stuck? Forever? In a medium that almost prides itself on providing safety net after safety net, Far-Changing Tides is a game that feels refreshingly cruel. But there's a small problem, a very small problem, a 3-minute or so problem that occurs at this specific point of the game. You're temporarily divorced from your vessel and you have to proceed on foot. As you progress to the right, another element of nature is introduced. In this sequence you try to move forward and the wind pushes you back. To get past, you have to wait for the wind to die down, seek refuge behind cover and repeat until you're through. And this did not work for me. I don't think it was a very effective part of the game. Why? It's because unlike the rest of the game, I can see through it. It's transparent. I know exactly what I have to do in order to navigate this threat. The fear of running out of fuel or crashing my boat against the rocks or a lightning strike while playing the game is ever present, it forever lurks in the back of my mind. But this? I might as well be playing red light green light with a giant fan off screen. The game takes away my control. Sure, I can no longer conventionally push forward, but I don't feel in awe at the power of nature. I feel frustrated that I'm playing a video game. And so this moment, one that presumably was meant to be like all of the other moments where one feels insignificant, had the opposite effect. The game was trying to give me a sense of adversity, but that's best when it's not transparent. It's at its best when it's opaque, when you're unsure as to what's going on. This is how Outer Wilds gets away with basically everything. Its depiction of an apathetic and chaotic universe is wrapped in mystique and uncertainty. Changing Tides as a whole is the same, it shows you just enough. You don't have a clear picture of what's going on. You might be able to pick up on a few things, but there's a lot that remains clouded in mystery. And the entire game supports this, not just because the game resides so much in your vehicle, which makes it difficult to actually piece everything together, but the game's narrative is essentially a tour through its ruins. It's an archaeological dig. You represent a tiny part of the story. All of this is to say, I don't want to misrepresent Far-Changing Tides by taking a 3-minute section of a multi-hour long experience out of context. I'm not saying that this bit being out of character from everything else ruins the game. Of course not. In fact, I'm not even sure if I could call this a criticism. If it is, it's extremely mild. It's only that Far-Changing Tides is so good at presenting its theme of adversity that this part sticks out so much, and also how it might not even matter. This part of the game still gives that sense of adversity, even if I know exactly where that adversity is coming from. It's still an obstacle, and obviously this didn't stop me from playing the game. I carried on like I did with all of the other challenges I faced. It's interesting how Far-Changing Tides is not a mechanically demanding game. There's a little bit of balance between running around your boat and the puzzles might stop you for a spell, but I wouldn't call it conventionally challenging. Instead, the difficulty lies in pressing on, regardless of anything, making it to your destination no matter what. So when the wind pushes you back, keep going. Hello there, thank you for watching. Hello to all of the recent new viewers. I hope you're all doing well. I think I'm at like 6,000 subscribers now, which is very cool, and thank you for that. I know it's sort of like a very cliche sort of YouTuber thing to say, but it's a very difficult number to sort of comprehend and put in perspective, that like 6,000 of you are interested in me sort of speaking into a microphone about video games. That's very cool. So again, yeah, thank you for watching. Goodbye.